Hey guys, what's up? It's Pixelated-Apollo. Thanks for stopping by, and today we have a ginormous battle in Third Age Total War. This one is a 4v4. We are at Hobbiton, and we've got a nice little last alliance over here, so men and elves are standing together. Also, we have Rohan, which is really exciting because we never get to see Rohan, and they are surrounded by an ocean, literally an ocean of Uruk-hai. We have 4 armies of Isengard ready to attack on every single flank. So this battle is definitely a popcorn kind of battle. It's non-stop action with crazy artillery shots. It doesn't matter where we are looking on the battlefield, you will see some really good artillery shots. Arrows are flying in every direction. It's gonna be awesome, guys. I'm really excited to show you this one and watch it with you. Now, we're gonna go super fast over these armies. I'm not even gonna do the army comps because it would take forever, but we will give a, I'll zoom over the armies and show you the player names just to give you a good idea of what to expect. So we'll start with the attacking armies, Isengard here. The first one is commanded by King Scourge, and he is bringing a lot of infantry, archers, ballista, catapults and stuff, or artillery I should say. And then his next ally over here is attacking this flank, which it looks like he's already getting shot a little bit. It's commanded by James Davis 283. Again, very similar army of lots and lots of infantry, pikemen, berserkers. And then the next Isengard army is near this bridge, commanded by Protester, let's see, Protester 19. He's got some archers, pikemen, infantry. You can see there's a trend with Isengard bringing the very awesome Uruk-hai infantry. And then the final Isengard army is located at this flank, commanded by Joe Rock 22. Again, very similar army of crossbows, artillery, infantry, berserkers, cav. So let's move on to the defenders. We have Gondor, commanded by Josh the Looter, who's got a good mix of Gondor infantry, Athelian Rangers, and Swan Knights. And then up here we have the High Elves, commanded by Xeon, who is bringing some Linden long spears, some Bow Quindi, Smiths, lots of Eldar in way. And we also have another High Elves player commanded by Vir Curiosum. So yeah, he's got a very similar army of very good archers, Eldar Enway Lancers, and infantry. And then of course Rohan is commanded by Super Badger 09. And I think there's one more army, right? Let's see, was that 3 armies or was that, no, that was 4. Okay, so those are all the defenders. So, all the armies are consisting of really good archers, infantry, and some cav. So let's go ahead and do normal speed and begin this fight. We will look at the army comps in more detail, during the fight. You'll see them in detail. So Isengard over here, commanded by James Davis, he is already making a giant push. I think he felt, a lot of pressure from getting harassed by that archer volley there. So he's going to go ahead and charge in. He's really blobbing up his forces though, so this is not good for Isengard at the start here. We also have some Swan Knights moving out. And we're going to go ahead and actually zoom in on the minimap here, just in case. Hopefully it'll give you a better view of what's going on, because I promise you this battle is just insane, where it's hard to tell like where the battle lines are, and it's madness. So yeah, here comes Isengard pushing up this hill, getting hit pretty hard. This is like D-Day for this force of Uruk-hai. Lots of fire arrows coming in. Not sure why Super Badger is using fire arrows. I think he should use standard shot so he can get more volleys in before these guys charge in. But they are about to meet some archers, so unfortunately Rohan left his archers in the open there. Looks like he is trying to get them out of there, or he's using them to slow down this massive Isengard army. Just look at them all blobbed up. He is just begging to get killed by artillery. I tell you what, man, this is not good for Isengard. So hopefully the defenders take advantage of that. And yes, it does look like we do have some artillery crashing in and trying to take out this big blob of Uruk-hai. We also have some Rohirrim Cav charging in, the Riders of the Fold, trying to attack the pikemen from the back. And we got some Swan Knights going after some troops in the back here, which I believe is some crossbowmen. Let's go ahead and look at other fronts here. So we've got Isengard from Protester moving in against Rohan. some Bjorings holding the line. Also, we've got some swordsmen holding back these Uruk Reavers. Here comes some pikemen pushing down this front. We've got some dismounted royal guard ready to fill in the gaps and hold against this this small flanking force. So a very, very intense start on this flank. But if we look at other flanks of the battlefield, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do slow motion here whenever we're looking around, because I don't want to miss too much. It's a pretty quick battle considering the size of this battle. So yeah, Isengard is taking, on this flank, they're taking more of a patient approach. They pushed up their archers, they have their artillery, trying to soften up the defenders before they actually charge in their infantry. Also, the same thing's going on this side, where we have some crossbows trying to fire at the elves before they actually engage with their infantry. But of course, on this flank, it's just chaos. It's just, yeah, mega charge from Isengard. It's gonna get really framey, guys. I do apologize about that, but you know, there's so many troops on the battlefield that there's really not much I can do about that. Oh yeah, nice shot there from the archers. We also have another unit of dismounted royal guard holding back this horde of Uruk-hai. A very terrifying task. We also have a lone banner carrier from the elves over here. Some Mithlin nobles close behind the royal guard. So this is a really good opportunity for the defenders to be super aggressive and take out this army, and then they can focus their troops on different flanks. Let's kind of zoom out though and see what's going on here. Yeah, still a lot of intense fighting. We also have a really nice battle line over here where it's mostly Rohan defending Hobbiton as of right now. Or, you know, most of their infantry are engaged in combat. So we got some Rittermark Axemen, the dismounted Royal Guard, going against the Uruk-hai Pikemen, which is a really tough unit to kill. And I'm constantly looking at this mini-map, making sure I don't miss any of the other charges from Isengard. But man, that is a long battle line. Oh, nice. Rohan really has reinforced the lines over here, taking on some berserkers. God, Isengard is just so good. They have so many good infantry troops. And then Isengard's really pushing over here. He's got a lot of his infantry taking on more dismounted royal guard. Yeah, let's see what's going on up here. Oh, yes, a very good position for these archers, racking up a lot of kills. So we have some elves in reserve here, holding back. Mithlin nobles holding back this horde along with the royal guard. I really hope we see the catapult firing in this situation. What do we got going up here? It looks like, do we have some, oh yes, we do have some warg riders. So very nice move here by King Scourge, trying to take out the artillery of the high elves, using his warg riders very aggressively, which is a smart idea. These are very important objectives you need to take out. But the elves look like they're going to be able to defend it properly and hang on to their artillery, which is really key to winning this battle. All right, here we go. Here comes a nice flank here from the Eldar Enway Spearmen. More and more arrows are just ripping through these Uruk-hai. We do have some breakage here. The Uruk-hai infantry breaking from the battle. The Royal Guard are just too much for them. Gotta respect the Royal Guard. They're like the old guard of Middle-earth. Or of Napoleon. You know what I mean. And here's the Eldar Enway Spearmen coming in, flanking the Uruk-hai. That's a really good flank. He needs to take advantage of that. The fact that Isengard is just open, full of flanks. But let's go ahead and look at the battle lines over here. And here we go, guys. We do have some artillery coming in. And then we got some coming from the other side. So yeah, it's gonna get pretty crazy here pretty quick. I mean, just look at this. Look at all the arrows flying in and the fiery balls of justice flying through the air. But this is not good. The battle lines are crumbling for Rohan. It looks like Isengard is able to flank around and get behind these Royal Guard, and a lot of the infantry are retreating from this position. It was a pretty solid position, but they're kind of stretched out too thin, so I think it is smart that the defenders kind of fall back there and hold a much smaller position. But we do have a lot of reserves waiting for the advance of the Isengard forces. Look, you can see them running through the trees. What a terrifying sight. So Protester 19, it looks like he's going to send a lot of his infantry to support his ally, who is really struggling on this front. But let's move over to this side because yes, we do have a nice charge from the Uruk-hai on this front. The poor Gondorian infantry that have been holding their ground against so many crossbows now have to face the Isengard forces or their melee forces. And we're gonna go ahead and zoom in the mini-map a little bit closer here. So both armies are setting up their battle lines. The defenders doing the best they can to hold back these forces. We have some Linden Longspears holding this road right here. And we'll go ahead and do some slow motion here, guys, just so we can get a nice, bigger picture of what's going on. So let's slow it down a little bit. All right, so Isengard is punching a hole in this defense. Gondor is really struggling here, but he does have his Swan Knights in a secondary line, but they're really blobbed up here. He's really asking to get hit from artillery in this position. And then over on this front, it looks like Isengard is just now climbing up this hill, and the Elves are going to go ahead and charge in. Beautiful. So there they go, charging into the pikemen. We have a lot of Elves just holding in reserve, using this hillside as a protection against the enemy crossfire, or the crossbow fire. You know what I mean. And let's see what's going on here. Okay, so Rohan is now also at the second layer of defense. We do have artillery coming in. Let's see, where is he going after? What is he gonna go for? Oh, he's trying to go after those archers there. And more and more troops coming in. Looks like Rohan charged in some cav here to try to slow down the reinforcements. But it only lasted for so long. Here we go. Oh, Isengard is just breaking through Rohan's defense. Rohan doesn't really have a solid line. I mean, it just seems like his men are getting outflanked here. But it is hard to defend Hobbiton because it's so open. There's not a lot of choke points. The Elves are joining Rohan in this stand. The archers are still holding up on this hill, firing down. Oh man, this is madness. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. It's just all over the place. And here we go. We got pretty much a full-on battle over on this backside of the Hobbiton defense. Mithlin nobles joining their allies, or joining their Eldar Inway swordsmen in this fight. We got more pikemen moving forward to support this advance. And the Elves are actually doing a pretty good job here. I mean, he's holding. Oh my god, I just heard a massive hit. Yes, the artillery coming in here, taking out some Athelian Rangers. Oh my god, I don't want to move the camera around too much, but there's just so much going on at one time. So a really good stand here from the High Elves. Now we have the Berserkers coming in, trying to take out these Smiths. Alright, let's kind of slow it down a little bit. Let's enjoy some of the artillery fire here. Here's another big blob of fighting troops. That's always fun to see. Dismounted Swan Knights taking on some Uruk-hai infantry. We also have some Fountain Guard mixed in with some Gondor infantry. And Isengard is just running through the streets here. Lots of reserves ready to go, ready to charge. More and more artillery crashing in here. Haven't really seen any huge hits yet. But as you look on the battlefield, you can see where there is some contact there. You can see the burnt up bodies. Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, going after the general's bodyguard. Gondor really needs to move his... Oh, yep. That's what I'm talking about. Gondor left his general in range of that catapult, and it's wiped out. But Rohan is still holding over here with the help of the High Elves. Here comes another shot. Oh, okay. Oh, geez, that artillery is just ridiculous. And here comes some berserkers flanking around the Fountain Guard, trying to break down Gondor's defense. Looks like Isengard's gonna focus on most of their power on this side, because they are having more success over here. They're actually really close to the town center. The defenders probably need to retreat some troops to properly hold this this town center. But look at all the different units. This is, oh, there we go. Nice hit there. Whew. There's the general's bodyguard running around now. They're freaking out. They're like, oh my god, the general's dead. Flee, flee for your lives. It's hopeless. Oh, another good hit there, taking out some archers that are in melee. So, oh, are they breaking? Oh, they are. A unit of 65 breaking. That's unfortunate. That's very, very unfortunate. And we still have a lot of archers up here firing. The elves are still holding up on this position, which is really good considering of what, you know, what's going on the other front there, where Gondor is hanging on by a thread, holding back Isengard. But the elves fight on over here. See, very nice battle line here. Oh, we got the guards of Orthanc coming in. Linden long spears holding back. More troops over here. Looks like the archers are stuck in melee. They're fighting side by side with the smiths here. Let's go ahead and kind of zoom out here and look at this battle from a bird's eye view. So you can see the elves holding this nice long line, and they're not getting outflanked. They're doing a great job. Rohan charging in a cav unit here. Rohan bodyguard. So Rohan's general is getting into the thick of the fight, helping the elves hold their flank. We do have a couple units of Uruk-hai infantry, but they are tired, and they're going after the archers. The archers might be able to hold here against this charge because of how exhausted these troops are. And the archers are fresh. You can see all the death and destruction that took place at the beginning of this battle. More fighting going on in the trees. We got pockets of fighting over in the forest line. And let's see what's going on here. Oh yeah, Isengard is pushing for the town center now. So it's not looking great for the defenders. I think they made a lot of mistakes at the beginning of this battle, but it's not impossible for them to turn this one around. I mean, look at the balance of power. It's still really close. They can still win this one, especially with the infinite morale from the town center. Look at that. Just artillery coming in, all kinds of different angles. Swan Knights are retreating back to the town center, or breaking towards the town center. The Fountain Guard are surrounded. Their general has fallen, so their hope is pretty low. Their morale is pretty low. God, the artillery is insane. Look at that. Look how far that one's going. I love it. This is my favorite part of the battle right here. These elves holding back. I mean, they're the ones that are doing best so far in this defense. So if the defenders are going to win this one, it's all up to the elves. The elves have to win. They have to destroy this flank and then get their reserves or whatever's left of their army and retreat them down this way. Another good artillery hit there, taking out some archers. But they cannot give up this town center. Because what's going to happen here is that if they do not send troops to help hold the town center, Isengard is just going to move up in this town center and make it so the defenders can't get inside, and they lose that advantage of infinite morale. Oh, yes. Good shot there. I think that was friendly fire, though. Oh, no! And another general sniped from artillery. I believe that was the High Elves general. So they are only down to 2 generals. That is going to be a huge loss for the defenders and cause a lot of morale issues. But the Swan Knights are holding against the pikemen. The berserkers are coming in, and we have some archers up here on this nice little ridge trying to fire down at the troops here. Look at that returning volley here from Isengard. What can you do against such reckless hate? I just got to get it in there. Gotta get that quote in. I mean, it's very fitting for this battle, I must say. But yeah, Isengard pretty much has no resistance for this town center. They can go ahead and push and try to take it. But let's look at their reserves. I mean, they mostly have artillery. Now, I think in a really cool battle, I think you should ban ballistas, because ballistas are so good at sniping out other artillery that it kind of makes it lame. Like, I want to see just a bunch of catapult fire, so I hate to see catapults being sniped out. Oh yeah, the ballista's going for the archers up on this hill. He definitely needs to get these archers in loose formation. Oh, what's going on here? Is he breaking? No, he's retreating. He's falling back. He's sending aid to the town center. That's good because Isengard is ready to take it. So I think what he's doing is he's just trying to slow them down until he can send the rest of his army. But again, look at that balance of power. 84% against 88%. Very close battle. Very tough battle, too, for the defenders. But the elves are still holding, and they might actually win this engagement. Uh-oh. Artillery coming in. He needs more troops over on this flank. Oh, there we go, guys. They kill Isengard's general, and that's actually the general of the army that's fighting over here. I think that was Kingscourge's general. Here's a nice flank from the Smiths surrounding the guards of Orthanc. So there is still hope for the defenders. They can still win this one. They just took out a general. They just need to chain route this army, and then the elves need to come charging down this hill and fight for this town center, because pretty soon Isengard will gain control of it. We do have some brave Rohirrim over here fighting off a huge horde of Uruk-hai and guards of Orthanc. I just love seeing artillery fire in the background. It's so awesome. Very cinematic. Here comes another charge from archers. You can see, is this the general of Rohan? I think so. I love the Rohirrim, like, Saxon style. It's like a Saxon horse nation. It's very, very interesting. But yeah, the elves are winning over here. This is their hope. This is the defenders' hope right here, is that the elves can finish off the Isengard forces on this flank, which really, oh geez, okay, that could have been a lot worse. But yeah, they just need to destroy this force and then get their army to that town center. Oh, there goes the general, but that's okay. Rohan has been pretty much destroyed anyways. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Eldar Enway's swordsman going for the ballista. Honestly, I think he should just run for the town center. It's getting pretty bad over here. He's gonna lose that town center if he doesn't send more troops now. I mean, he does have some Mithlin nobles, but where are they going? Where are they running to? He needs to go to that town center because now they're not gonna have the infinite morale that they could have had. But I think he's going for the pikemen here, charging in. The balance of power is now a little bit too much in favor of Isengard. The elves really need a miracle here to turn this one around. See, they have some archers who are just getting slaughtered by berserkers. See, what is he doing up here? He's winning up here, but is it going to be enough? He's trying to take out the artillery, which is a smart move. But yeah, he needs to get these spearmen to the front lines over there. He needs to get them to the town center. We're gonna go ahead and zoom in a little bit closer. Look how close this zoom in is. You can see it. You can see each individual unit on the mini map, which is really cool. Gives you a much better picture of what's going on. Guards of Orthanc and Sheltron formation, making it difficult for the elves to destroy them. And now they're charging downhill to take this town center. This is the final charge of the battle. Will it be enough to destroy Isengard? Anything's possible. Let's see. Here comes the Warg Riders coming in, though. And the Spearmen are going to be slowed down here by this very nice flanking charge by the Warg Riders. But we do have more infantry coming in. We got some swordsmen, which is really good to see. A nice, excellent unit. But they are getting shot at by... Oh, yeah, Isengard has some archers up there, which is going to be a big issue. Could rack up a lot of kills. Oh, jeez, the archers. Here comes some Mythic nobles. Oh, they're breaking. But whatever. They'll stop breaking once they get into the town center. There we go. The swordsman coming in to save the day. And here comes a charge from the spearmen. Try to silence these Uruk-hai archers. Come on, elves. You can do this. I believe in a thing called love. Love will defeat hate. Alright, the smiths trying to take out the catapult now, but I think the elves should stop dividing their forces, and he probably just needs to send everything he has to try to get a chain route on these Isengard forces. Let's look at what Isengard has. I mean, Isengard, oh my goodness. They have a pretty large, well, it's mostly archers. Here's his guards of Orthanc, which is going to be a tough unit, but yeah, overall, it's not like they have an impossible army to defeat. He just has to break down these units right here. He can still win this one. Come on, elves, I believe. You can do this. Yeah, oh man, it's just so much for them. There's just not enough troops, there's not enough time. So much that, you know, there's so many different flanks he has to go and protect with such a small army, but he's doing a pretty good job. But I think the fact that he's spreading out his army so much that it's just making them weaker. But he doesn't really have a choice, you know, he has to go and silence catapults and archers. Oh, are they breaking? What are they doing? Where are they going? Just charge in, just fight. Yeah, the balance of power is now way in favor of Isengard, so I think this one is going to be a victory for them. Here comes a nice hammer and anvil in the backs of these Eldarin-Way swordsmen. So this battle was insane. I did the best I could to commentate and try to capture every epic moment of it. We did miss a lot of artillery fire, but that's okay. We also saw a lot. So this was really, really fun. I do appreciate battles like this one. Just insanity, just massive armies and epic battle lines. Really, really fun to watch. Good old popcorn movie, or video, I guess you could say. But yeah, the elves are breaking, and that's going to wrap up today's struggle. So we'll go ahead and just fast forward. But the defenders did really, really good. You know what, let's slow it down a little bit. What they did wrong, I think, is that they were kind of spread out too thin and just too wide. They really could have taken advantage of wiping out this Isengard army, but I think they were kind of a little hesitant there. But now they did have to focus on their defense against this Isengard army, but I don't know. I think they should have had a tighter defense. But it's difficult because they would have been harassed by artillery and archers. So I understand why they were spread out so thin to try to avoid that. I think that they didn't do the best job with their artillery as the defenders. They kind of lost a lot of artillery pieces to ballista and just not protecting them properly. So they could have used their artillery a little bit better. And I think Gondor really struggled on this flank. He didn't really have his Swan Knights in a good position. They were kind of blobbed up right here. And yeah, a lot of them were shot to death in a pretty nasty skirmish. So yeah, but overall, great battle. All the players did very well. And now we are out of time. Isengard is about to take the town center in 4 seconds. So we'll go ahead and fast forward. There we go. There we go. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. Really, really exciting battle. And if we look at the kills here, no surprise, the High Elves, actually, you know what? Both High Elves doing a really good job. Both of them very close to getting 2,000. Or this one player, Xeon, did get 2,000, but the other one was like 200 kills short. But really, really fun. I think again, Gondor did the worst here, but that's okay. It's, you know, it's all about having fun. You know, you live and learn. And then on the attacking side,
It looks like Joe Rock 22. Well, actually, you know what? Protester getting the most kills. He did a good job of spreading out his forces and attacking on multiple flanks and whatnot, and being a good, supportive teammate. But really fun battle, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. This was sent in by Protester19. We can go ahead and look at his kills here. See who got the most kills. 146 by his pikeman. That's actually, wait, 176 by his catapult. So as you can tell, there's a lot of catapult casualties in this battle. So yep, that's, oh wait, we can see the other armies too. So let me just scroll through, and you can, pause it and look at some of the kills. If anything is kind of crazy, you can leave a comment about it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you did enjoy this one and you want to see more battles like this, be sure to leave a like, a comment, a share. And if you haven't subscribed and you want to see more, if you want to become a Knight of Apollo, go ahead and subscribe. And I try to make epic battles daily. So thank you so much, and I will see you next time.